Hey, what's good, guys? It's your boy Bill Mahari here, representing Mahari Nation Sports Podcast here. Salute to the entire LDBC. Salute to the greater boxing community. Man, I had to come on here to discuss my 2 cents on the whole Terence Crawford situation that's been going on here to start out this week in 2020, at least. If you guys didn't tune in to 78 Sports TV's video about what's been going on recently, though, it's a great video. You should also check it out. But the problem that I'm really seeing about with Terence Crawford is that Terence Crawford right now is not doing the necessary things to put himself in the position to fight against Errol Spence Jr. Okay, and this has been a kind of a debate that has been going on from all 2019, and now it's already started for the new year, and already that debate has already been the main topic of conversation. Um, Terence Crawford recently on his Twitter page responded to his fans saying that, "Oh, I don't run from nobody. I can fight anybody." That's good and all, Danny. But here's my issue with this whole situation. Okay, my issue is this: why is it that Earl Spence Jr. has to do most of the heavy lifting, while you, on the other hand, have been basically skating by, not fighting anybody? And you said out of your own mouth, bud, you said that you will fight anybody at PBC. And you had guys like Shawn Porter, you had Danny Garcia calling out your name. Okay? And what have you done? Absolutely nothing. And I'm really getting sick and tired of this whole, this whole argument because, listen, there have been a lot of people that, even myself, there have been a lot of people that have been trying to recruit me to get involved into the dumbass arguments that's been going on around, and I've just been staying out of it because I'm getting really tired of this whole fake narrative argument that's been going around here about this whole Earl Spence and Terence Crawford situation. Okay, listen, Shawn Porter called you out. If you listen to the interview on 78 Sports TV's channel, it was a week after the Shawn Porter and Errol Spence Jr. fight. Kenny Porter came on 78 Sports TV, did an interview, and said that we welcome the opportunity. We want Terence Crawford. If we can't get any fights, we want Terence Crawford. And what has Terence Crawford done? Terence Crawford has came out and said, "Well, he's my friend. I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight my friend and all." And now the pressures now even applied even more because right now there's been a lot of people that's been just standing up for Bud, but they basically said, "Bud, you have not done anything to warrant that." Okay, and right now, Bud has been coming under major fire because he's not done the necessary things to put himself in the conversation. Okay, you have not fought PBC fighters. You've only fought against mandatories and guys that are just way better, that are just not better than Terence Crawford. So the thing is this: Terence Crawford at this point right now, he's got two choices in this matter. Okay, and this is how I see it. What's going on, Jay Cooley? How you doing, my man? Here's how I see this. Okay, he's got two options. One, he can take his behind, go sign some contracts with some PBC fighters, and go in there and beat those guys. Okay, or he can wait this out, wait till Errol Spence Jr. Cleans up all the other title fights out there that can put himself in the conversation, and wait till Errol Spence cleans up the entire BBC line, then go fight Terence Crawford. Okay, right now, realistically, that's the two only options I see in my viewpoint that he could possibly do at this point, because Terence Crawford, is just not doing anything to really warm himself into the conversation, and I'm really getting sick and tired. I'm really getting tired of a lot of these fanboys around the boxing community, voicing different opinions, but they're basically rejecting and placing in false narratives. And I'm really getting tired of this because it's not on the PBC's job to promote Terence Crawford. It's not. All right. They got other fighters that they promote themselves. Okay. And it's been on record that Bob Arum basically killed the Crawford versus Pacquiao fight when Pacquiao was still part of Top Rank. Do y'all forget this? Did you guys forget that Terence Crawford had a good chance to fight against Manny Pacquiao? It was on the table. but Bob Arum killed the fight. And more importantly, the big mistake that Terence Crawford made is he re-signed with Top Rank. Why in the hell would you re-sign with a promoter or promotional company that does not value you and does not value your talent? It makes zero sense to me. And my mind is just boggling, back and forth with this whole fucking argument because I'm really getting disgusted of how Terence Crawford has been moving on there. And it's not hating, okay? We need to be listen. I am getting fucking sick and tired of this whole, oh, you hating on Bud, or you hating on Spence. Bro, if you say that one more time, if you say it one more time to my face, I'm blocking you on site. I'm not tolerating it anymore. Okay? The bottom line is this. Terence Crawford needs to do whatever he can to put himself in the conversation right now because the way his record looks right now at 147, his resume at 147, I'm not talking about 140. Okay, that's a totally separate division. All right, you could talk about 140 when his career is over, but we're talking about what he's done at 147. Are you telling me that Joe Horn, David Benavidez, Amir Khan, and Green Machine are better than Shawn Porter and Mikey Garcia? Get out of here, bro. Get out of here with that. And it just boggles my mind how we can sit here and try to, and how we can sit here when we have been here defending Terence Crawford's name over the years. Specifically, when we had other dumb people in the live streams basically criticizing Crawford, saying, oh, what has Crawford done? What has Crawford done to warrant a fight against Manny Pacquiao? He's a legend. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It is absolutely ridiculous what was going down to. Because I'm really getting tired. I'm really getting sick and tired of all these fanboys now trying to pretend like they're basically Terence Crawford fans when they were the same people that were defending and they were basically criticizing Crawford even when he was at 140. It's really getting disgusting how this whole notion about Errol Spence needs to send in a contract. Errol Spence doesn't have to do anything. He's got more options out there at PBC. I'm not saying, listen, it is all factual. I am speaking out of facts, okay? PBC has more options for Errol Spence Jr. than what Terence Crawford has at Top Rank. It's just a fact, okay? And this is where the big mistake of Terence Crawford's re-signing with Top Rank is going to kill his legacy because he could have taken his resume, what he did at 140. He was a free agent a couple of years ago, signed with PBC, and get into the conversation and get in there and get one of those fights. Okay, because I know Al Heyman would have definitely put him in there with Keith Thurman. I know he would have put him there with Danny Garcia. They would have made sure that they were paid evenly. All right. Hey, Black Star Sports TV, welcome to the channel, my man. He said salute. He said either Bud takes 60-40 or kick rocks. I agree with that, man. I definitely agree with that. And listen, I hope that for my sanity's sake, I hope that we get this fight in 2020. Later on in 2020, whatever it takes. I hope that we get this fight because I'm really getting tired of this whole argument there. We could talk about who would beat him and all that stuff. We could talk about who do you have beating him and all that stuff. We could talk about all day long because it's a fun debate, but unless the fight happens, it don't mean anything. And just like what I learned from Curtis Anderson from OG Boxing Talk, any fight can be made. Okay, any fight can be made as long as you have promoters and as long as you have people who are willing to put their egos aside, get down to business, and make the fight happen. Okay, we've had too many fighters over the years that could have happened, but over the BS and the bullshit and politics that went down behind the scenes, those fights never happened. Jay Cooley says, "Who Bud think he can? Who Bud think he is? He can skip the line to fight against Spence." I agree, Jay Cooley. I do agree, man. You know what I mean? Listen, listen. Let me make the one thing clear, okay? I am not sitting here hating on Terence Crawford. I'm not. We respect what he can do. I like Terence Crawford's fighting ability, okay? I'm really hating it because the thing is, I love his fighting style. He's a dog. He gets in there. He never backs down. But the way that he's been moving, in terms of his business decisions, it's not to be desired. Okay, I really have not been a fan of what he's been done. MMT Pro says, I hate Bud Fanboys say that he's the best at 47, but he hasn't proven himself at that weight. Yes, he did go undisputed at 40, but he didn't defend it, so that's a little suspect. Agreed. I definitely agree with you, Mr. MMT Pros. Welcome to the channel. I agree with you, my man. I definitely agree with that. Now, listen, I was on BFTB's live stream, and I said basically he's been voicing the same concern that I'm expressing here now. The bottom line is this. Terence Crawford, you got to fight people. You have to fight people. You know what I mean? You have to get in there and fight people. And especially if you got PBC fighters that are now calling out your name and basically want to smoke with you. If you could beat Shawn Porter or Danny Garcia, or if you can get Keith Thurman to come out of retirement and you beat him, those are big names in your resume. Okay? Those are big time names in your resume. Black Star Sports TV said the fast track to the Bud and Spence fight is Bud versus Porter. Then the winner gets a strong case for the Spence. You know what? Black Star Sports TV, I definitely agree. You know what? That would be a perfect scenario, an ideal scenario. Because if you put Bud and Porter together in the same ring together, and they fight it out for the winner versus the winner to take on Errol Spence, that's a big fight that you can make, and you can sell the idea of a rematch between Porter versus Spence and the big time fight that we've been waiting for, Bud versus Spence. Okay, that's a perfect ideal way to do it. Here's what I would say. Okay, split it 50-50. Split it 50-50 between Bud and Spence and make the fight. Enough of the A side, B side garbage that's been going around these YouTube boxing live streams, because I'm really getting tired of this, man. Hey, Karen Alexis, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? It's been a while, though, man. Happy New Year to you. J1 Pro says salute and Happy New Year to everyone. You too, my man. You too. See, I had to come on live here. Because it's really giving me a fucking migraine to just even thinking about this whole situation. Because listen, I don't care. I don't care about the money. I don't care about what the stuff behind the scenes. I want to see the fights. But unfortunately, it's become at the forefront. And the thing is that Bud has been taking advantage of his fans. Because at some point in time, if he fights another guy or does something controversial that the fans don't like, his fans will turn on him in a second. All right? That's what I'm seeing out of this right now. What I'm seeing out of this is that Bud thinks that he could just wait in line, fight against all these other bum fighters at top rank, and then skip to the Spence fight. Unfortunately, you had a tough fight against Green Machine, and you got knocked down. So right now, you look a little suspect, Terrence. You look a little suspect right now. 88 Sports Talk, salute, my man. Yeah, bro. I mean, you're looking really suspect right now, and it's really getting to the point where, you know, your boxing skills right now, they're still one of the best, but the way you've been performing, the fights that you've been picking is left to be desired, my man. And I'm really getting tired of it. Y'all make sure to smash the like button, guys. Marquise Johnson, what's going on, bro? How you doing, man? Happy New Year. Duke, what's going on, bro? Good to see you, OG. And Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens. Yeah, y'all make sure to subscribe to Boxing Conversation with Reggie Owens, though, guys. He's put on a great channel, though, Brian, and he has a really great perspective. I love listening to his channel. But again, Terence Crawford right now is not looking good out there. He's making his fans look really, really bad. And now the fanboys are coming out there. The same kind of fanboys that were basically, throwing all sorts of garbage at Terence Crawford right now. Okay? I mean, a couple of years ago. Now they're on the side of Terence Crawford because they really, really hate Errol Spence. Do you understand the kind of double standard that we're seeing right now? It's really getting ridiculous. Now, here's the thing. Spence has options. He can fight Garcia. He can rematch with Porter. Okay? And he can fight against, guess who? Manny Pacquiao. Okay? Even though I don't believe that Manny Pacquiao will ever fight against Errol Spence, if the money is, if the big time offer is there to fight Errol Spence, trust me, he will take it. Okay? Black Star Sports TV says, I think Bud knows he's going to get exposed at 147, so he chooses Spence as the biggest cash cow. Then if he gets watched, at least he got paid. You know what? That could be the case too. I wouldn't blame if that would be the case. All right. And somebody please tell Tim Bradley to really shut the fuck up. Seriously, I can't stand listening to that bald-headed, you know, loudmouth that he always speaks. He always speaks out of his ass every single time that I hear him speak. He's not sincere on anything. Somebody needs to G-check Tim Bradley. I really can't stand that dude. I can't. I know I got sidetracked a little bit though, but you see, my thing is this: Terence Crawford, you got to do more, man. You got to do more to warrant a fight against Errol Spence. All right, either you could wait this out, or you could wait this out, or go out and fight PBC fighters. Okay, go out there and take a chance. And listen, there's no shame in taking a loss. Okay, great fighters have taken losses, but they retooled themselves and came back. Okay, that's what it comes down to. Andre, what's going on, bro? How you doing? Andre says Tim Bradley's a goofy lane that never fought anything but top ranked fighters either. Exactly. And you know what the worst part is, Andre? You know what the worst part is? He was the same guy that basically had Errol Spence Jr. as his mentor for the IBF belt. And what he said, mandatories don't mean nothing. It was on record, on video. Okay, so listen, Tim Bradley has been on the record, on video, said that he didn't want to fight against Errol Spence. So that's another double standard for that right there. That's what I'm saying, though, bro. I'm really getting tired of all this double talk, all this double standard talk, because really, to be honest with you, we need to voice our discuss. We need to voice our opinion, but also we need to voice on reality here. We want to see the fight, but if you guys continue to be divided on the issue, the fight will never happen. And trust me what I tell you. Fighters say that they don't listen to their fans. That's a lie. Okay, they do listen to their fans. Okay, they listen to all the different types of viewpoints and perspectives. Okay, that is what it is. Okay, if we the fans unite together and come in with a common goal to see the best fights out there. Okay, if we come in there with a common goal to see the best fights in boxing, then any fight can be made if you put the right amount of pressure on. All right, and that's how I kind of see it. Okay, Jay Cooley says Bud got an O and he's afraid to let it go. Okay, Jay Cooley said Tim also said that when he had top rank work with PBC. Yep, agreed. Black Star Sports TV says boy's scared to come out of kind of outside Bob Aaron's house to fight all the real ones. Just so he had to say on the phone, trash talking, looking out the window, scared to come out. Andre said Rusev and Frogman just fucked up Tim Bradley's whole brain up. You know what though, bro? I actually, you know what? It's funny. I actually rewatched the fight when I was in California, and goodness gracious, bro, I'm telling you, I don't know how Tim Bradley didn't get knocked out in that fight. I mean, Rusev put some major wood on Tim Bradley, and he didn't have to fight that way. That's the messed up part. That was actually after Tim Bradley when he had the big upset victory against Manny Pacquiao. And he tried to silence his critics by doing that kind of, toe-to-toe combat with a Russian slugger, and almost got KO'd in the process. You almost lost that fight. You understand? There was no reason to fight that kind of style. But I'm not gonna get sidetracked. Let me stay focused and let me finish this up because BTV is gonna go live soon. Marquise Johnson said biscuit-headed Tim Bradley could have fought Porter, Thurman, or Glass Shinkan back in the day. Yep, absolutely, he did, and he ducked all those guys. Yep, he said I'd love to see how Rusev would match up against the fighters of today. Yeah, that would be interesting of how Rusev would fight, though. But I think he would lose. He definitely would lose to. He would lose to Spence. I think Porter may have what's the word I'm looking for? Porter may outpower him, but I think that Danny Garcia could be a beatable opponent for Ruslan. You know what I mean? I think Ruslan can do very well against Keith Thurman, but he ain't beating the Shawn Porter, but he won't beat an Errol Spence Jr., and he sure as hell will not beat a Terence Crawford, in my opinion, at least. But Ruslan always came to fight, and he had a very strong chin. He never got knocked out. So, yeah, that would be an amazing fight, to be honest with you. But yeah, man, that's just how I kind of see it, though, man. I'm really getting sick and tired of all this double standard talk when we've been all out here forcing for fights to happen. Okay, now I hope that I'm gonna wrap this live stream by saying this, and we're gonna go down to BFTB's boxing here. I think Ruthless and Styles would have had the best chance of being Porters because Styles make fights. It could be. It could be. You know what? I might voice that. I might voice that kind of question around, and then we'll see what others have to say. But I'm gonna wrap this up a live stream by saying this. Listen, if we as boxing fans can come together and unify for one purpose to make the Bud versus Spence fight, it can be made. But if this kind of talk continues, it's going to be a long time before that fight gets made, and we're going to have another Mayweather versus Pacquiao situation where fans were talking out of their asses. All right, and then we had to wait about 5 years, way past their prime, for the fight to happen. And when the fight did happen, the fight sucked. All right. The fight sucked because everybody knew what was going to happen, and it wasn't even an eventful fight because both those guys were not going for broke in that fight. It is what it is, though, bro. So, listen, I want to see. Listen, if in my dream world, I would want Spud versus Spence to fight right now. But unless the other stuff behind the scenes get dealt with, I don't see this fight. I don't see this fight happening this year. I really don't. I hope it happens this year, or probably later this year. But if it doesn't happen, man, if it doesn't happen, it's going to be another black eye to the sport of boxing, and it's going to be another reason why a lot of the casual fans will turn away from boxing because of all the other garbage that happens behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Who did that? What's going on, bro? How you doing, though, man? Andre says, Spence should get a tune-up fight, in my opinion. I agree too. I think that Spence should get a tune-up fight, but if he's physically healthy and ready to go and wants to fight against the top fighters, then hey, it's his choice. You know what I mean? We're gonna continue to support him as much as we can. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down for now. But I'll be back later on tonight at 9 p.m. Central Time for basketball conversations. Okay, it's my specialty show, so make sure to tune in for that. Y'all make sure to smash the like button on the way out. And also for all the new people and all the new people that just came in, make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get all the latest notifications when I go live there too. All right. So, and then I'm going to also send out a PayPal link underneath the description box. It's not on there now, but it will be for tonight. If you guys wanted to donate any amount that is equivalent to the success of the channel, I would definitely appreciate it. We're going to try to do some more, create more videos, and try to create more different things on the channel, though, to try to diversify. David Scott, this girl, what's going on, bro? How you doing? So thank y'all for tuning in to this very special live stream that we were able to have a discussion about this, though, too, guys. Make sure to smash the like button on the way out. This has been Abil Mahari, representing Mahari Nation Sports Podcast. Salute to the entire LDBC. Now let's go ahead and let's welcome BFTB Boxing with open arms. Have a good day, everybody, and I'll see you later on tonight.